Okay, so we're diving into Silicon Valley. But, and this is key, it's not just about the startups, the billion-dollar valuations. It's not just about the tech either.
Right.
It's about the leadership.
Yeah.
And in the age of AI, well, that whole leadership playbook,
Yeah,
yeah, that's getting a serious rewrite.
definitely.
So we're looking at some of the biggest names in tech today. How are they adapting to this whole new world? We've got Jensen Huang over at NVIDIA, Sam Altman at the helm of OpenAI,
Right.
and of course, Lisa Su at AMD. Let's unpack how these leaders are shaping the future, shall we?
Yeah, absolutely. It's fascinating to see just how much the landscape has shifted. I mean, if you think about it, Silicon Valley, it used to be all about disruption, right? Being the first one to shake things up. But then AI comes along, and suddenly it's not just about being disruptive. It's about bringing people along.
Hmm.
You've got to bring people along on this journey because we're heading into uncharted territory here.
Yeah, and it's so interesting to see how that even plays out in their leadership styles, even their images. I mean, you look at a Jensen Huang, right?
Yeah.
He's rocking the Steve Jobs turtleneck,
Right.
but with that leather jacket twist.
That's true. It's like disruptive, but approachable.
Totally. It's very deliberate.
And, it's not just the clothes. Look at the way he communicates. Remember that conference in Dubai?
Yeah.
He's up there arguing that AI, get this, that AI might actually decrease the need for traditional computer science grads.
Wow.
Now, that's a bold statement, right?
Yeah.
But he's not just throwing out a tech prediction. He's addressing head-on this huge societal anxiety.
Yeah.
And he's doing it in a way everyone can understand. That kind of transparency, that's essential for building trust. And you need that trust to lead, especially when everything feels so uncertain.
And speaking of needing trust, you can't talk about AI leadership without mentioning Sam Altman over at OpenAI.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, seriously, remember that whole OpenAI coup thing last year? Wild times.
Talk about a wild ride. You know what I find really fascinating about that whole situation?
What's that?
It's how Altman ultimately secured his leadership position. It wasn't by flexing his authority, I'm the CEO kind of thing. It was by rallying his employees, bringing them together around his vision for AI's future. And that vision, let me tell you, it is ambitious. We're talking about Altman trying to raise $7 trillion.
Whoa, hold on.
Trillion with a T
Wait,
for AI-specific semiconductor.
Okay, back up. $7 trillion just for semiconductors. What will that even, where would you even, what would that even achieve?
It's not just about the chips themselves. Look, it's about controlling the entire supply chain, the foundation on which the future of AI will be built. If Altman manages to pull this off, just imagine the power dynamics of the entire tech industry. They could completely shift.
Yeah.
That's the kind of future he's building towards.
So it seems like semiconductors are the battleground for AI, which naturally brings us to Lisa Su over at AMD. But she gets it, She understands that it's not just about building the chips.
Absolutely. Sue gets it 100%. And it's refreshing, honestly. Everyone's so worried about AI coming for our jobs and replacing humans.
Yeah.
But Sue, she's out there painting a different picture. It's not about replacement. It's about assistance.
Right.
Remember that quote, AI assisting, not replacing.
It's so powerful. And you can see how that vision is reflected directly in AMD's entire strategy. See, for Sue, it's not really about the tech itself, but about how AI integrates with our lives, how it blends into your work. It's about how we can use AI to empower ourselves rather than becoming, subservient to it. Think about it. How could AI change how you work? What tasks could be made easier, better, even revolutionized by AI? That's what Sue is trying to figure out.
And it makes you wonder, right, with all these leaders laser focused on the future, well, who are they recruiting to actually help them build this future? Who are these people?
This is where it gets really interesting, I think. Let's talk about Alex Karp over at Palantir.
He's not just looking for coders, right?
Yeah.
He's seeking out specifically what he calls the difficult ones, the ones who challenge the norm, the ones who aren't afraid to think differently, maybe even rock the boat a little. He even went so far as to say, and I love this quote, "Don't waste your life on unimportant matters. Come to the land of opportunity, America."
Oh, wow.
Talk about making a statement. That's like poetry.
Yeah.
It's almost poetic in this world, obsessed with disruptors and innovators.
It really makes you think. So we've got it all. Turtlenecks, leather jackets. We've got the coding whizzes, the difficult employees. It's a lot to unpack. What does it all mean? What's the takeaway here?
It really begs the question, is Silicon Valley changing? Are we seeing a shift towards, well, maybe not a more humane approach, but at least a recognition that To move forward, you've got to bring people along.
That's a great question.
Or is this just, a PR makeover,
Mm.
a new way to package the same old ambition that's always driven this industry?
Mm.
Are these leaders truly trying to inspire? Or will their visions leave people behind in the dust? That's something I hope everyone listening will keep thinking about.